So today I have the pleasure of welcoming to the executive suite the amazing vocalist, songwriter, actress that brings a soulful twist to R&B music and also heating up the charts. Chrissy, what's going on?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. How's everything with you?
Man, just chilling. Ain't nothing to do right now. Just chilling in the house.
I feel you. Where are you located right now?
I'm in LA.
Okay. So listen, let's jump straight into your single, Relax. It's moving. It's climbing the charts. How does it feel?
You know what? It actually feels really good because when you work so hard and put your blood, sweat, and tears in the studio,
yes,
it just feels like it's all worth it. Like it just makes me feel really happy and thankful.
Okay. So listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. As a man, as a husband, working crazy hours, you know what I'm saying? Like I got him 3 up at 8. But listen, Relax. I love the message. What made you say, hey, let me write this song? I know you're married, but what made you say, hey, let me write this record?
Because I feel like a lot of the songs that I hear nowadays are more like a lot of women are singing really about love. So I just wanted to do something different and how I feel. And for the women who talking about love. I like talking about love. So I guess that's kind of like why I did it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So as your song started to climb the charts and you started to hear it on the radio and see it on all the playlists, which one made you more excited? Was it the playlist? Was it the radio? Can you take me back?
Okay. I would say the radio because that's when I would see a lot of more random people that I didn't know posting it on social media.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I've never actually heard my song on the radio myself. It's not playing in LA, but I hear it on Instagram and I see it. So then it makes me excited when people are like, oh my gosh, Chrissy, you're on the radio. Or somebody was at the grocery store the other day and was like, Chrissy, you're playing at the grocery store. I'm like, oh, snap. So that's when I get super excited.
Why do you feel it's not being played on the radio in LA right now?
I don't know.
Because it's definitely playing here in New York.
I know. See, I don't know. Let me call LA County and see what's going on. I'm just kidding.
Okay. So, 2020 was a crazy year for a lot of people. What did you have any challenges making any music videos, any challenging moments last year?
Oh man. The whole last year was a challenge in itself.
Yes.
But I would say that the quarantine actually inspired me to want to go in the studio and write because before the quarantine, I was more focused on my acting and things like that. But then during the quarantine, you can't go to set.
Right.
So I was like, okay, let me get back into my music grind. So then that's when I picked up the paper and pen, started writing. And then I was like, you know what? I would say the most challenging thing is that I feel like I can't put myself out there all the way as an artist because I can't do shows and things like that you would do as a new artist coming out.
Got it. So let's take it back just a little bit. When did you know you wanted to be a singer? Because you were acting first, right?
It's a whole story. Okay.
Tell me the story.
My dad, being Chris Stokes, I grew up in the music industry. So it started at a really young age, being on, watching my dad do his thing, going to the studio. I was like, oh my gosh, I actually love this. But I didn't discover that I could sing until I was about age 11. I was put on the spot to sing in my choir class. And that's when everybody found out that I could sing, including myself.
Okay.
And then I wanted to do it, but my dad was like, nah, I don't want you to be in this industry. You're my baby girl. And then once I got a little older, he was like, all right, give it a try. I was like, okay, cool. So here I am now.
Okay. Who are some of the people that influenced you musically growing up?
Brandy, Whitney Houston. I used to love Kim Burrell. I used to sit in my room and practice her all day.
Okay.
And I would say those are like my top 3 like vocalists that I look up to.
Okay. Okay. So what's Chrissy's writing process? Do you know, hey, I got to go grab something to eat, gotta disconnect from the world.
Wine.
Okay. Gotta have the wine. Okay.
Gotta have the notebook, you know what I'm saying? Gotta have the pencil. Okay.
Okay.
And I just zone out. I have to write to some type of beat because it's hard for me to write without a beat. But when I get, beats, I'll sit in my room, in my space, put my headphones in, have my little glass of wine, and just try to tap into my feelings, whether it be feelings that I'm feeling now or feelings that I've felt in the past that I want to express.
Okay.
And just make things that makes music that'll make the audience connect with me.
Okay.
So that's kind of like my little process.
Okay. So being that your dad is Chris Stokes and discovering a lot of major artists, you know what I'm saying? I know it had an influence on you, but do you think that it'd make it a little bit easier for you or a little bit harder? What do you feel?
I feel like harder. Like, not only do I work with my dad in music, I work with him on movie sets also as a production designer. So I always feel the need to have to prove that I can do it for myself, regardless of like who my parent is.
So you said behind the cameras also. So isn't that awkward sometimes or not really? You're used to it by now?
Okay, so when I'm acting?
Yeah, acting on the acting part. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, music video too, right? So yeah, when he's around, I should just say.
Honestly, me and my dad are really open.
Okay.
So the main thing that makes me get embarrassed is when he calls me out in front of people. Like if I'm acting and he's like, no, you need to do it like this, this, and that. I get a little bit more embarrassed because he cuts me up like he's my dad. He's not talking to me like, you can tell like, okay, he's talking to his daughter. Like he'd be like, I know you could do better than that because when we was at the house, you was doing it like that. So he'll be like, going off on me a little different than everybody else. And I'll be like, wait, Dad, stop.
Okay. So how does it feel being compared to like R&B artists like her and other singers?
I feel privileged because she can sing, okay? And the people that I am being compared to are amazing vocalists. So I just feel like blessed and privileged to be in the same bracket as those artists.
Okay. So I was watching one of your past interviews, right? And you talked about some records that you wrote when you were 17. What would you say is the difference from the songs that you wrote at age 17 and compared to the records that you wrote now?
Because when I was 17, I would say the difference is when I was 17, I got my first heartbreak. So my songs were not really about love. They was about I'm moving on to the next because you whack type of songs.
Got it.
Versus now I found my love. So it's more about, having that love and being happy.
Okay. So I know Relax is the main single we're pushing, but what other record do you love and why?
Sometimes that's my jam. Okay, sometimes I go between sometimes and all right.
Okay.
But I feel like I like sometimes because it's just like that beat is just like crazy.
Okay, gotcha. Is there any artist that you would love to collab with that you haven't collabed with? Or that you could tell us? Okay.
I would like to collab with her. I would like to collab with Snow. I would like to collab with Summer Walker because we're all women and we can cut up together.
Gotcha. Okay. So off the music a little, what is something that Chrissy loves to do on their downtime that nobody knows?
You want me to be honest?
Yep, be honest.
I like to sleep.
I mean, you're a very hard worker. No, definitely. So, is there anything else we could expect from you in 2021? Anything that you would love to promote and tell people about?
More music. You can look forward to more music. I'm doing some acting projects now that they got the they figured out all the COVID stuff. Now I'm finally
Yes.
gonna be able to get in front of the camera again. So just stay tuned because it's coming.
Okay. Well, listen, thank you for joining me on the Executive Suite. Can you please introduce to the people your top charting record right now, Relax?
Oh, snap. Okay, everybody, this is Chrissy, and this is my new single, Relax. In the Executive Suite with DJ Executive. Let's get it.